It's time for the Rich Kaplan Aviation Report, cleared for takeoff, and Rich has quite the fascinating story to talk about this week. Take it away, Rich.
Thank you, Howie. Now, for those viewers that we have out in the Seattle area, this is for you. Recently, an employee of Horizon Airlines, which is a division of Alaska Airlines Group, somehow managed to steal a Bombardier Q400, which is basically this aircraft here, and take it for a joyride. Now, he didn't just take it for a joyride, he flew it in aerobatics for over an hour. What's fascinating to me is the fact that, for one, this is not an airplane designed for aerobatics. If you look at it, it's very stubby. It's just a simple twin-engine aircraft, carries 80-plus passengers, not designed to do loop-de-loops and stunts. But apparently that's exactly what he did. He took it up in the air over Puget Sound, did stunts for over an hour. Now, where he wound up crashing the aircraft, incidentally, was 30 miles from SeaTac International Airport, Seattle-Tacoma. Now, what's interesting about this is the first time that anyone has successfully commandeered an airliner on the ground. And it opens up a very interesting question of security. Just how secure are these planes when they are on the ground, especially at SeaTac? Because I can tell you, if you ever were to pull this at JFK, you'd have a ton of people tackling you to the ground and arresting you, because Kennedy monitors everything. It is impossible to get on the tarmac without knowing who's who or what's what. But at SeaTac or Seattle-Tacoma, that may not be the case. This guy worked for the airline, he had ID, he had everything. No one had any reason to suspect that anything was out of the ordinary. He's a ground handler. So you figure the guy's got his ID, he's got everything, Howie, why would he need to take the plane? But apparently that's exactly what he did. Went right into the aircraft, went into the cockpit. Now, one interesting footnote a lot of people are going to ask is, how do you steal an airplane? Well, unfortunately, technology right now, the current technology is very simple. We don't use keys, we use switches. And to turn the engines on, you just simply flick the switch, bleed the fuel, boom, you're airborne. Very simple. We need to make it harder. I think what we need is we need to be smart. We need to be like doing what the FBI recommends for weapons, Howie, and that is putting codes. Put a computer code. You type in a 4-digit code that only the pilot and flight crew have access to. No one else. We make it so that you cannot start the plane unless you have authorization from the flight crew. That's what we need to do. If we do this, incidents like this will never happen. Because we're very lucky, Howie, that he didn't crash into a civilian populated area. Instead, he crashed into Keaton Island, which is an uninhabited island that sits about 30 miles from Seattle. We're very lucky. We're very lucky. But there's an old saying, lady luck only lasts for as long as it's favored. And I'm not one to believe in favoring lady luck forever. Sooner or later, luck's going to run out. Somebody's going to find a way to steal a bigger aircraft, and the race is on. So I'm imploring to all our airport employees out there, and to anyone who works at an airport, if you see something, say something. It's that simple. If you see something out of the ordinary, go to a police officer, go to Port Authority, go to whoever you need to go to and tell them, so these incidents don't happen again. Because New York is not like Seattle. New York is highly populated. We all love Long Island. We live on Long Island. We work on Long Island. This is our home. We need to protect it. And the only way to protect it is by seeing something and saying something.
Okay, Rich, thank you very much. And reading about this, thank God that, this pilot,
Richard B. Russell
did not crash this plane into an area with a lot of people. He took his own life, but thank God that he didn't take this plane into a heavily situated area and where he could have taken out many lives. So great report, Rich, and let's hope we don't hear something like this again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.